Hello and welcome along to episode 67 of the Don McKellar sponsored A View from Section C. If you're watching this on the YouTube channel, we are starting the show off with just a little picture tribute to Adam Johnson again, who sadly lost his life playing a game against the Sheffield Steelers last week. God, it seems a lot longer ago. Than that now. But yeah, our condolences and our thoughts are still with um, all of the Johnson family, and also with the Sheffield Steelers, um, and mainly the Nottingham Panthers, who are obviously still out of action at this current time. But yeah, it's been a tough old week in the Elite League for everyone, not just Nottingham. I think it's hit a lot of fans quite hard. Uh, Fans have went down to the Motorpoint Arena in Nottingham, sent flowers down, sent tops and that down. So yeah, it's been a tough week, senior.
It hasn't half,
But
Junior. Yeah, it's devastated. It's and this is no cliche. I remember, you know me. I've got my Pittsburgh tap on again. Um, I remember getting up in the no in the early hours, but maybe 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning after Sky Plusing Pittsburgh's games, or when it was on Premier Sports. And I honestly remember Adam Johnson scoring that goal, his first goal in the NHL. Um, Yeah, devastated. And it did hit a lot of people hard. And it just goes to show how dangerous a sport this is. And some people just
yeah,
didn't realise how dangerous it is. Um, Nobody in any walk of life should go to their work and not come home. That man should have
no,
been playing his game of hockey and going back home. So I'll just reiterate what you said. Absolute massive condolences to all of Adam's family and his friends, Nottingham Panthers, Sheffield Steelers. But I think what was really good was the whole Elite League all came together. Fans of every team came together uh,
yep,
in support of Adam, Adam's family mainly, Nottingham Panthers, Sheffield, Matt Petgrave, everything. Everybody came together. And it was such a good thing to see. It's something that you don't expect to happen in Britain,
hmm
and I think that's how it's hit people hard because it has happened in Britain, and you just didn't expect it. I think everybody expected to waking up on Sunday thinking that he'd pulled through. He might never play
yep,
ice hockey again, but he hadn't lost his life. But unfortunately, and sadly, he
yeah,
did. Uh, yeah,
yep,
it was tough, and it was tough at the rink on Sunday when they
yeah,
done that minute silence. Yeah, that
yep,
was really tough.
yeah. But yeah, I'd stayed up for the Ottawa game. I think Ottawa were playing that night. Yeah, Ottawa were playing Pittsburgh that night. Um, I noticed you never mentioned the score, senior.
No,
Um,
no,
but
no.
uh, yeah, I stayed up and it was just still people up in my group chat and stuff, and were still pinging messages back and forward who had friends in Nottingham who were getting updates and stuff. And it was yeah, you just I
Yeah,
I, I couldn't sleep until I knew something that a proper update. It was honestly, it was just
yeah. I think
horrendous.
everybody. I think everybody was the same. And you know what? See, for me, even when it did happen, for me, ice hockey just took a back step.
Yeah.
It was just like like we're going to touch on and we the games and that, but Stars had a massive result on
hmm
that Saturday night,
Yeah.
and it was like, yeah,
Yeah.
so what? So what?
Yeah.
We've beat Belfast. Who cares?
Yeah.
And
No,
that's that's
definitely.
that that's genuinely how I felt. Um, and the same and we're going to go into game reviews now, obviously through the show, but it was the same. People, you see people complaining about how bad we were against Coventry on Sunday and I'm still probably at that phase where I'm still like, we got bit. Hey ho.
Yeah. Well,
Whereas
you got to think.
maybe if that happened a couple of weeks ago, I'd probably be raging about it because of sort of not. It was another thing. It wasn't a 60-minute performance again, but it was just any things. You're just like we're getting wound up, and I could understand you've life goes on and you've got to get back into it, but
Yeah. But the other thing as well is, these guys, players from the Stars, I'll have known Adam from other teams.
yeah,
Not just playing against him this season, they'll know him from back home, maybe college hockey. He played AHL, NHL. They maybe have family or good friends that maybe played with them as well, so
yeah,
they know of him through someone. Guys in the Coventry team played with them. You can see that they were
yeah,
visibly upset on Sunday
yeah,
again.
yeah,
So it's you know what I mean. Like, it's going to take time for all these guys to get over that and be
definitely,
back at 100% playing hockey. So
definitely,
really, does this? Were we pissed off that we got beat on Sunday? Aye, you're upset, you're annoyed, you got beat. But
yeah.
again, it's still in
It's
perspective. I actually drove home, not really that bothered. Like,
I was the same.
I drive home for games, and I'm like, fucking hell, we were shite tonight. But then on Sunday, I just kind of drove home and thought,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah,
well,
we got beat.
you know,
Yeah,
it's
exactly,
again's
and
again. But
and and that's it, and that's it. But it will come, and that's why again what I want a wee shout out for Billy McGuinness because me and Billy were speaking. I would say for about a good hour on on Sunday morning after the news broke,
mhm,
um, and it was good. Like I'm 58 junior, get what I mean? And young Billy was
yeah,
the first thing Billy thought about was me because Adam Johnson played for the Pittsburgh Penguins,
yeah,
and Billy messaged me, and we spoke about it and how it went on, and I think it was probably good for Billy as well, and it was good for me. It was an hour just to get things out. You know what I
yep,
mean? And there'll be people still going through it, and
yep,
there's the Nottingham Panthers. People are asking when are they coming back. Well, I'll be honest with you. The Nottingham Panthers will come back when they're fucking ready to come back, and
yeah,
it's as
they will.
simple as that. It is as
Yeah,
simple as that. Same with
yeah,
Sheffield.
and I think I actually deleted that post from the supporters group, but it was just a young laddie that asked the question when they were coming back. And
Yeah,
listen, I
I
get
didn't
that,
think he asked it, and I
it's a
don't
bit
think he was being nasty about it. I just
no,
think
it's
it
just a
was,
bit insensitive. But
yeah,
people jumping on him, he's just a young laddie. Like, I looked at his
I know.
profile and saw he was just a bear, and I thought, oh shit. I was like, I'm
Is it?
taking that
Yeah,
down because yeah. Anyway, listen,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's been a tough week, and
It has
I
so,
am
but
going to apologise to our title sponsor, Don McKellar, and obviously our sponsors of the segments. We won't be showing your logos throughout this show. The Adam Johnson logo will stay on the screen the whole show because this episode is titled after him. As it should be. Everything is about Adam Johnson the past week, and it should be for this as well. So we will go into games. We will give your companies a shout out in that, but we won't be producing your
yeah,
logos and stuff. So, senior, other than that, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
I'm looking forward to my Holly Bobs.
I still hate the fact you're wearing fucking Pittsburgh stuff though.
It's just listen, just blame your mum every time she's like, it's if it's birthday or Christmas, she kens all she's got today is best a Pittsburgh top, and that's it.
How do I not
That's
get
me
any
happy.
Lotto stuff anymore?
Nah, because
Yeah,
you're a
it's
big
doing
boy
it
now,
better.
Junior. You're a big boy now. You get boxers and socks.
Fuck me, mate. Fucking
Aye.
Shannon's moaning at us, but my drawers are too full of them. But aye, Holly Bob's coming up, senior.
Yep.
Look at him.
Yeah.
He's
We'll get Junior. Get him
like a
up.
wee fat kid in a candy shop.
Oh, definitely. And
Disclaimer,
also
folks, not fat shaming, because I'm fat myself. I'm not fat shaming. Just
we
making
will
sure.
this time next week. Maybe Tuesday when you're available, we will try and go live from. Well, I'll go live from Tenerife. The show
Tenerife.
will go out, but I'll yeah, be sitting with palm trees and a beer in front of us.
Oh dear.
It could all
Jesus.
go. It could all go wrong.
probably will go wrong.
Yeah, I might do that, especially when I'm having to try and do it on the phone. But your Auntie Averill's starting her iPad, so we'll maybe
As I say,
try it
take an
through that.
iPad with you.
Yeah, I think Averill's starting
Aye.
in, so
Yeah, you probably get
we'll get.
computers in the hotel anyway. But yeah,
That'll cost
so
me money. You're joking.
like that, honestly, like that, folks, like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we will look back. Obviously, we did postpone last week's show, and obviously there was games cancelled for the Sunday away to Belfast and the midweek game against the Cardiff Devils. So we did only have the one game the week before. So it is our 51 Club sponsored game review. So Stars got off to an unbelievable start after 30 seconds. Brendan Harms, assisted by Ryan Valentini and Dryden Dow. Belfast ended the period 2-1 up. John Curran scored quickly after Stars goal at 2:21, and Jacob, Belfast friend, at 9:06. Got to throw that in there. Craig Garrigan equalised for the Stars, assisted by Ronaldo and Ingalls at 22:11. Belfast went 3-2 up with a power play goal at 29:44 by Ricky Ben Lake. And then it was a 4-goal unanswered period in the third for the Stars. Again, another quick start to the period. Ryan Valentini with a snipe off the post, assisted by Nass and Harms at 40:39. Kyle Pouncey, my man, assisted by Jake Elmer and Johnny Walker at 42:46. Dryden Dow, assisted by Elmer and Britton at 52:26. And then the empty netter by Captain Fantastic again, Dryden Dow, assisted by Moore and Britton, 57:27. Giving the Stars, as we've already said, on a very kind of somber night, a 6-3 victory. Senior,
Mental.
our predictions, if I find my notebook, our predictions were, you said 3-2 Giants in overtime.
Okay.
And I did say, I want to be positive, it was 2-1 Stars in OT, but I did say 5-0 Belfast.
Yeah.
But a 6-3 win.
Crazy.
Did you see it
Absolute
coming?
crazy. No, I didn't. But what I did see, even at the end of the first period and the end of the second period, we were still in the game, and we fought hard to keep in the game, and it was probably the best 60 minutes that we've played collectively all season. Belfast
Yep.
had been going on. Now I might be wrong in this, right? But I think they either went on into the game with on the back of an unbeaten run, or they were just unbeaten in the league.
So we were the streak enders again. Belfast
Love
were
it.
undefeated this season in
Yep.
league
There
and
you
cup
go.
competitions. They
There you
hadn't
go.
lost a game yet.
Yep. And they come in at Dundee,
And
and we give them 6. And I just thought we played absolutely, as Gary Barlow would say, absolutely fantastic.
yeah, and then Belfast went and lost their next game again
I know.
against Guildford. So
Yeah,
we have rattled them.
we have. And
Well, I tell you who we did rattle. We rattled
Mr.
Mr.
Keefe,
Adam Keefe.
Mr.
Mr.
Keefe,
Keefe was not a
Mr.
happy bunny
Keefe.
on that bench.
No, he was
He
not.
he
Nope.
was not cupping his ears after this game. He was
No.
not chanting "We want 10" after this game. He was
Yeah.
not pointing at the scoreboard after this game. Adam made a very swift exit from that bench.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't blame him.
That's because Billy McGuinness was giving him shite.
Yeah. I must admit, I really like Adam Keefe. I do. Even when
I
he's
fucking love Adam
even
Keefe.
when come on, he gets so much shit. He gives it back, and he's entitled to give it back. Let's be honest, right? And on Sunday, I think he knew we got beat by the better team. I'll just make a swift exit, and I'm not even looking at anybody. And it was probably because he was so angry with his team, because
Yeah.
in that fourth period they were just outplayed.
Fourth period.
Did I say the fourth period? The third period with the 4
I think you
goals.
did. I
But
think you did. I was sitting there going, did he
uh,
just say fucking fourth period?
I meant the third period with the 4 goals. But, um,
Oh,
but
I was
they were
sitting thinking
just
to myself, well,
yeah,
listen, it's not that third period, that was a Jeff Mason classic period. That was a last season stars period from Belfast.
yeah.
Just four unanswered, didn't an answer, couldn't
No,
get
they'd
nothing.
nothing. They'd absolutely nothing. And I'll be honest with you, I was a wee bit surprised with Besco's performance.
You know what?
Uh,
I actually thought Besco was good too.
See, I didn't think he was.
Just
I
his team
thought
in front were shite.
Besco was average. He was average.
Mm,
And when you look at Belfast results since, I think it was the weekend they just played there. I think did they get beat from
mhm.
Guildford 4-3
Yeah, at home.
at home. Guildford only had 11 shots the whole game.
Fuck.
4 goals. 4
That's
goals.
tremendous.
Yep,
Jesus.
that's what I'm saying. So,
That's
and the
almost as bad
problem they've
as
got,
sorry,
yeah,
just
the
say that's
problem they've,
almost as bad as Philip Gustafson, who's in my fantasy team for Minnesota, who conceded 3 goals on 4 shots and had a .250 save percentage and
yeah,
got fucking yanked after 3 minutes. I
yeah.
was raging, senior. Fucking
Well,
raging.
there you go. But for I think the issue that they guys have got is Jackson's no there, eh? He's out injured, so Besco has to play every game. But
Yep. I was
I was
disappointed.
surprised um, the way he played on Sunday. I just thought he was or Saturday whenever it was Saturday night. Yeah, I just thought he was average. I've seen him play a lot better than that. But
I thought it was
what I
fine.
won't
Yeah.
say is I'm not taking it away from our performance. Uh,
No, definitely not.
and even
Definitely
I
not.
think what got we're going was Valentini's snipe right
Yeah.
off the post, and it's how quick he releases it, and then it's the noise of the bar or the post, and then it hits the net,
Yep.
and then that was it. From there, I'm looking at it thinking there's only one winner on this ice now, and it's
Yeah.
us.
Is David is our not David Sims because he's a dick. Our David Sim Davy, old DJ Davy, as he would say, Valentini went top titty on that one.
Yep, ah,
Absolute
fantastic.
snipe and a
Yep,
half. Snipe and
yep,
a half.
and then
And we're going to come on to the next game because there was an absolute snipe and a half in that game as well.
yeah, but again, and I'm going to say it, led by the captain, led by the captain.
Captain Fantastic.
He just really gets it, He
Yeah,
just does.
yeah.
And I think we Dryden we're seeing Dryden getting so annoyed when things don't go his way, and
And we'll come
I
on to
like
that
this
again on
kind of drive.
Sunday.
Yeah, yeah. I like
Um,
this kind of Dryden down now, I'll be honest with
but
you.
also that Belfast game, there was no this man, James Phelan, who was obviously out. Elmer then obviously took a knock in the back and came back, who's now obviously out, which I
Yeah,
assume is from the same thing. And it was funny because I watched the footage back, and there was nothing, like nothing actually
no, it was like
happened around him. He
I
just
think he twisted.
went. Aye,
Yeah,
it was a weird thing.
yeah.
And hats off to, I think it was the boyfriend actually, giving him a wee
I
push
pushed him,
off the ice.
Yeah, he
Aye,
pushed
you
him to
can
the
see him
bench.
just to say, get off, get
Yeah,
off, get yourself into.
just put the stick
Um,
right in the back of him, and just pushes him.
yeah, but yeah, so an absolute tremendous win, and it was a big confidence booster. We were meant to be away to Belfast on Sunday, then we were meant to be away to Cardiff on the Wednesday, and I think that's probably done, for Stars' confidence. Those two games being rearranged, we're then coming into two games against Coventry where Coventry maybe are underperforming the start of the season. I think Danny would even say that. I think he has said
Yeah,
that in one of his interviews. They're a bit up and down just now. Um, but I think going into those being our next two games after beating Belfast and who did we beat the week before that? I can't mind. But
can't
it was
mind. Not a
it
clue.
seems like that long ago. But
It
getting the
does.
win against Belfast, it pushed it on a little bit. Confidence was up. Go into Coventry, and leave it all out on the ice. So we did have Coventry away on Saturday past, and the Stars came out with a 5-3 victory. Again, quick start for the Stars. Ryan Valentini, assisted by Nass and Harms at 2:20. Captain Fantastic again, Dryden Dow at 2:51, assisted by Garrigan and Paratino. Alessio Luciani at 6:45 brought Coventry back within one. Coventry tied the game through Kobe Roth at 28:27 on the power play. Josh Britton, assisted by Parentino again at 36:03. Kim Talberg equalised 37:26, going into the final period, tie game. The snipe and a half for Johnny Walker after some, and I'm not just saying this because I absolutely think he's a top class player. Some unbelievable work on the boards for Phelan to then drop the pass back to wide open to get that snipe. And then Spencer Nash with the empty net goal, assisted by Ryan Valentini.
Here he
And who?
comes.
Kevin Carr. What? I love
Outstanding.
that. Love it.
Yeah, you do. You love seeing a netminder on the score sheet, don't you?
Get some points. Yeah,
That's brilliant.
fucking love it.
Yeah. But again,
yeah, big win. Big win.
it was a big one. And as you say, only having that one game the weekend before, not having to travel to Belfast, not having to travel to Cardiff midweek, probably helped the guys.
Yeah.
And got them ready for Saturday. And as you say, we came out right away, 2-0 up. I looked at my phone. I was like, can it be 2-0? What's going on? It could be 2-0. The game's
Yep.
just started. And then you look at the goals. What as you was on the screen, was it 221 and 250 or something? It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But as what normally happens when we're in Coventry, Coventry come back.
Yep.
You know, what I took out the game is it was good to now see Paratino getting on the score sheet.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
because I think when the Italians were together, I think they really struggled. I do. We all say that. I think anybody would disagree with putting the three Italians together just didn't work. Now they've sort of got them mixed up, and the three of them are now beginning to play the way we expected them to play and start putting points up. So for me, it was good to see Paratino getting the 2 assists.
Mm-hmm.
Big result, and it
Yeah.
just couldn't have. They must have been on. They must have been really been up for it.
Yep.
What I will say though is because I think this had I think the effect hit us on Sunday as well when the clubs all had the minute silence and then the minute applause
Mm-hmm.
before each game for Adam Johnson. I think that affected Coventry right at the start, and it probably affected them more because they're the home team. We're the
Yep.
away team. We've travelled. We just want to play. And me personally, I think I had the same effect on Sunday for us. But great result. And I'll be honest with you, totally unexpected for me. Like I thought we'd have struggled in Coventry. I
We
thought we'd
always
have kept
struggle
it
in Coventry.
close. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought we would have kept it close, but I just didn't think we would have got anything there.
Yeah. I think the thing for me is, Valentini's really coming out in his game now. A lot of
Yep.
people still kind of criticising
Yeah.
about not passing the puck or being too greedy in that. But listen, he's putting up the points. He's scoring goals again, and that was what we expected Valentini to
Yeah.
try to come in and do. Ronaldo, like you say, I actually think he's been a little bit more quiet since he left the line with Valentini, but he's
yeah.
still working well with the line that he's on.
Yeah.
For me, I know you've said 2 assists in that game. I still think there's a wee bit more for Paratino to come.
Oh, so do I.
I don't think, or I think I'm still expecting a wee bit more. I don't think he's at his full potential yet.
Mhm.
I think I'm still a bit not disappointed, but I still expect a bit more from him
Yeah.
as a player. But it's working now, and we've been saying it. We said it enough at the start of the season. They had to split the Italians up,
Yeah.
and Valentini, Nas, and Harms together
Yeah.
are just
It just
absolutely
works, eh?
flying. You see,
And
again, and we'll come up to Sunday's game. Harms is coming out into his
yeah.
game now that he's got a
Yeah.
couple of people that he can play with.
I think what
My
it is
biggest,
I think what it is with Harms and Nas and Valentini is the three of them are very good skaters and they're
yeah,
fast. And I
yeah,
think that helps Valentini. I'm no, I don't get, sometimes I do, but not all the time. I don't get the criticism that he gets. He's a flair player, right? Um, and that's what he does. And he gets
yeah.
the puck, and he's probably one of the very, very few who can get the puck behind his own net and get right up and really get the
Mhm.
puck in behind their net.
You know what? You know what he reminds me of? I've got two players in my head that he's like a cross between them, the type of player that he is. Maybe not as good as one of them, but he reminds me of Charlie Combs
Hmm.
mixed with Gabriel Levesque.
Okay.
Remember wee Levesque?
Yeah.
Maybe just used to
Yeah.
skate in, wee drop passing
Yeah.
that, like just a bit casual, a bit
Yeah.
nonchalant with the puck at times. That's what he kind of reminds me of. But he reminds me of
Yeah.
that Charlie Combs type of player of greedy with the puck a wee bit, get into the zone, get behind them,
Yeah.
and then try and get a shot on goal.
Uh,
Um, just that wee
I think
cross
he's
between them, and I like him.
definitely.
I quite like
So
him.
do I. So do I. I think he's like more of a cross between Combs and maybe Barriga. He's quite similar player to Barriga
Mm,
in the way that he plays. Uh, I just sometimes wish that it was somebody else that was doing that work because he
yep,
knows how to hit the back of the net.
yep,
And
yep.
and I think he and I, sometimes people say he's too greedy. There's at times I don't think he's greedy enough. I think he passes the puck too much instead of shooting the puck.
Mhm.
And that's just me. But like you, I like Valentini. I think he's yeah, and I know that people say, stats isn't about him, but he's probably putting up close to a point a game. You
And
can't argue with that.
what I thought was quite funny is somebody shouted on Sunday at him about passing the puck. We'd actually went for a line change and he was the only boy in the zone skating forward. I'm like, why's he meant to pass it to?
Yeah,
Like, we literally had one man on the ice. Like, the other four were
yeah,
literally changing as he was skating it
yeah.
in. I was like, why's he meant to pass it to?
But the thing is, though, Junior, right? He's got that ability to hold on to the puck and
Yeah,
and hope that when we're having a line change, that the guys are going to be there instead of just dumping it in. And for him to go for the line change, he's trying something.
yeah,
What you get we excuse me, what you get with Valentini, right, is you get it's the total unknown with Valentini. Nobody knows what he's going to do.
yeah,
Nobody.
yeah,
For me though, I'd like him to be a wee bit more greedier and shoot the puck and
yeah,
let others create space for him to shoot the puck instead of him
yeah,
trying to do. I know, think maybe what Ryan's trying to do everything when he doesn't need to.
yeah,
But
yeah,
again, doing there, yeah, great performance. But then you've just put the score up for Sunday, which was a bit
yeah.
of a kick in the balls.
Yeah, so come home. 1-0 end of the first period. Kobe Roth at 14:54 on the power play for the Blaze. Danny Cristo made it 2 at 23:58. Alessio Luciani at 32:23. Stars pulled him back on the power play, surprisingly, through Brendan Harms, assisted by Dow and Nass, 40:23. Ian McNulty at 51:39 kind of killed a bit of momentum that we got. Brendan Harms got his second of the game, assisted by Nas again and Valentini, 53:53 with a wee bit more momentum. But then empty netter by Danny Cristo at 58:35. All come from a non-fucking call
Yep,
from the
yep,
officials, clear as day,
yep,
holding his bloody stick.
yeah. You
It
know
was
what?
so it was the fact he had it like he literally
I
had
know.
it like and holding it forward. It wasn't even like it
Yeah.
under his arm. He was holding it. Fuck
It,
me.
I'll be honest with you. It
Oh,
made no bearing on the game, right? That if they
why
hadn't
did he
scored
score
there,
with that?
I don't know. I don't know. There was a couple of instances that I'll pick up on. That was one of them, right? It was a clear as day holding his stick. He's got his own stick in one hand, and he's actually skating with. I think it might have been Phelan's stick in the other hand. And I'm thinking, right, what the fuck is going on here? you're going to call someone, and he didn't. The other one is when I think was it at four? I can't remember if it was at 3-2 or 4-2. When Josh Britton passed the puck instead of shooting the puck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, remember? And a lot
Yep.
of people were like, "Oh, he should have shot the puck. He should have shot the puck. That he would have scored there." I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't think he was going to score there. That's why he passed the puck, because the goalie was already across there. If he's firing
Yep.
that one time, it's hitting the goalie right in the crest. So
Yep.
I think he's thinking to himself, and I could totally understand it. We why Josh done that. I think the criticism has came from he's not shot the puck. They've went up the ice and scored,
Yeah.
and that was it. The momentum was just gone at that point. I think it might
Yeah.
have been maybe 3-1. It could have got back to 3-2, and then they went 4-1 up. But it was something like that. I can't honestly remember how the scoring went, but I didn't think he was going to score, and that's why he passed the puck. But it was quite disappointing. I thought the first period we were okay. I didn't think
Yeah.
we played very, very well, but I didn't think we were as
No.
shite as what a lot of people made out we were.
No.
The middle period killed her. That was it.
You know what? I think the middle period. I don't even say we were like the middle period. We just couldn't get the legs
Just
going. I think
uh,
there was just no real fight more than anything. And even then, Coventry didn't have much fight about them either. They
no,
just took
nah,
the couple of chances that they
no,
had and
yeah,
scored it.
and that was it. The netminder played well for them. We had a lot of chances. I think he had something like it was either 36 or 37 saves the guy
I,
had,
I didn't think he
but
played well. I honestly don't think he played well.
he
He
stopped
saved
the
what was in
puck.
front
Yeah,
of him, obviously,
that's
but
that's the
it's
thing.
the usual of I thought we were shooting it right at the pads, right at the crest, and even the glove saves. He was literally just doing that. Like
Yeah,
it's easy saves, and
yeah,
I don't think he played well. He stopped what he had to, obviously, but
yeah.
I wouldn't give him credit for Coventry winning the game.
No, I would say for them to win the game, I think they just overall they played better as a team. Where we had
Yeah,
not every one of our players were were at top level. Put it that way.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but honestly, I'm no making this as an excuse. Like when we had the sort of the Adam Johnson thing at the start of the game, I was looking forward to going to the game and watching the game. And when the sort of came the video come up for Adam, and then we done the minute silence and a minute applause. I was just I just wanted to sit and watch a game of ice hockey, and whatever happened happened.
Mhm.
Like what you're saying, you went home. Nobody was ranting and raving about it because for us it's only a game of ice hockey. That's it. It, it it's what we
I
like.
never,
It's yeah.
I never went for a Chinese lar. I
Well,
never went
there
for a
you go.
Chinese. Yeah,
There
but
you go.
see if we get bit. I usually want a comfort eat. Usually maybe get a wee Chinese on the way home. Chips and
Well,
curry
can't be
sauce or
every,
something. Just
that must be every week then, is it?
well, that's how we got fatter again with Jeff Mason coaching last season.
uh,
But
but
yeah, I didn't went for a
yeah,
Chinese.
I
Um,
just
but
I
yeah,
don't know.
so
I don't know if I had an effect on it. I think I think I had an effect on the fans, and I know what Andy said during his speech, and I thought Andy done really well to get through that. By the way, because
yeah,
that was tough.
you could
That
hear
is
it
a
in his
tough gig.
you could hear it in
Yep,
his voice a wee bit. You could,
there was
and
it was
fucking
about
hats off
three
to him.
quarters about 3/4 of the way through it. I thought Andy's going to go here,
Yeah,
but he done really well. So well done to Andy. And Andy said that the guy at Coventry went off script as well, and so Andy went off script. That the players are back. They want to play. They need the fans, but it was difficult. It really
yeah,
was difficult.
yeah,
You just sort of sit and think, I really shouldn't be enjoying it because of what's happened. You know.
yeah.
Uh,
And
so
that's the thing. A lot of people were saying that Adam Johnson would have wanted hockey to keep going
yeah,
and play the game, enjoy your hockey, enjoy your nights. Um, but yeah,
yeah.
so
Sometimes it's easier said than done.
no, of
Uh,
course it is.
but it was a blow. It really, really was a blow because I thought we've beaten them down there. we've got every chance of beating them up here now.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Junior, we've always said that if you're going to share your weekend, win your home game and lose
Yeah.
on the road, especially when
Yeah.
you win on the road on a Saturday. You're thinking, here we go. We're going to
Yeah.
pick up.
But
This is going to be 6 points out of 6.
before the weekend, you would have took the split.
Of course I would. Definitely.
You took the split.
Definitely.
So were predictions for those games? You were wrong. I was right. I guessed 5-3 Stars on the Saturday and 5-2 Coventry on the Sunday.
Now,
So
what did I
I'm now
say? I
going
can't
in
even mind what I've
in,
put.
in that. Well, we never had an
Or you
episode
just
today.
fucking made that up, you wee twat. I'm sitting myself. I can't mind to tell you that. Fuck's sake.
So looking back, sorry, Belfast game, man of the match obviously was Kevin Carr. Who was your man of the match?
Kevin Carr.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine was as well.
yeah,
So
definitely.
I think we're both going to agree with Sunday's man of the match, in
Dryden
which
Dow.
it was. Oh, okay,
Dryden
okay.
Dow.
We'll come back to that point on Dryden in a second.
Yeah.
I did actually agree with the man of the match on Sunday of Brendan. I'm going to say it correctly here. Brendan Harms, not
Harms.
Harums.
Not
Uh,
Harms. Brendan Harms. Us
yeah. So
Dundonians.
let's go back to the point. Dryden Sunday.
I kind of love it.
Listen,
Honestly.
hey, you're
Uh,
going to touch my
yeah,
fucking goal, eh?
I'll tell you that.
All
That
right.
I said it when it happened. I said it to Billy and Connor. Now these guys around us. The guy that hit the goalie is just so lucky it was Dryden that was on the ice and not
Yep.
Mackay or Allen.
Or even
Because
Walker.
nah, I don't Ken Junior.
I think the thing
Johnny
is though,
Walker's
Walker,
not a fighter.
but Johnny Walker's a shite bag. So he's lying on top of you. He's throwing numerous punches in your face with his gloves off.
Yeah, but nah, I'll tell you the guy was lucky it was Dryden that was doing it. But
Yeah.
great. Absolutely that's what should happen. That's what should happen. And I'll tell you, Kevin Carr have been patting him on the back for doing it.
Oh yes,
Especially when it's your
definitely,
captain. And you just
definitely.
seen the anger in his face that I've not really seen that anger with Dryden. Dryden's always seemed to be a happy type of player, you know. He always played with a
Yeah.
smile on his face, but he's beginning to play with a snarl on his face this season, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
no, for me, I thought Harms played really well,
Harms.
but
Harms.
I think, and I know that the guy scored 2 goals, but I think Dryden should get it just for knocking the shit out of the boy for hitting Kevin Carr.
No, I thought Brendan actually did play quite well throughout the game. But
Yeah. I'll
so
tell you who else.
that
Sorry, I'll tell you who else played well. I thought on Sunday was
this man,
Paratino. No, get
oh,
him off. He never played well. Um, Paratino, I thought played well
on Sunday.
on Sunday. Yep,
Okay.
yep. Controversial, but I thought
Anyone that's
Paratino
anyone
played
that's
well.
listening to this on Spotify won't see my face, and you probably don't want to see my face.
Yeah,
We are certainly having to agree to disagree on that one, senior.
yeah, yeah. He certainly wasn't the worst player on the ice. I'll give you that.
No, but he was close.
Yeah. No, no, not having
Anyway, so after the 2 weekends, the Belfast win and then the Coventry split, Stars are up to 7th in the table, 7 points from 8 games. Level on points with the Clan, sorry, the Braehead, Paisley, North Renfrew, Lanarkshire, South Lanarkshire, Glasgow Clan, who have a game in hand. However, can I just point out, Senior, that we've got more wins than the Massive.
Yeah,
Guildford below
Junior.
us on 6 points, Fife below them, level on points with them, and Coventry bottom of the table on 5 after 7 games. Sheffield still top, joint top with Nottingham on 12 points through 7. Manchester third with 11 through 9, and Belfast and Cardiff on 10.
Yeah. See when you look at that table, right? For the criticism that I'll be honest that we've gave them, and from fans have gave them, we're still in a. Excuse me, it's
Yeah,
early days. We're still in amongst it. Let's be honest with you. If we'd won on Sunday, we'd have been up to 9 points. That would have took us to about fifth, something like
yep,
that, fifth or sixth, right?
yep,
You move up, you keep on moving up. It's not as if we've lost ground already. We're still in amongst that, and a couple of wins here or there will get you up that
Yeah.
table. But
Yeah.
what I will laugh at is the massive getting pumped at home 7-0. Right?
Senior, we've
No,
still got games. We're playing them
I
on
didn't
Sunday.
care. I'm no caring. It's only Challenge Cup. I'm no caring.
Ah,
Right? And I'll also be in Tenerife, so I really didn't care. We got pumped 7-2 for Nottingham at him, right? Well, at least we scored twice. Right? And there were 7-0 down at the end of the second.
yeah.
You've
Yeah.
got to laugh, because some of the comments that are coming out there are just ridiculous. The way
Yeah.
the fans are carrying on with them, but it is so funny.
You've got to love it. You've got to love
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
But it is time, obviously, after our game reviews. It is seniors, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
yeah. It's difficult because of what happened with Adam, and I think out of probably the three things, the good, the bad, maybe forget about the ugly, but the good and the bad was obviously the outcome of what happened. But I think the good is the way everybody's came together in UK ice hockey, not just the elite league, but all the way through. Um, People supporting one another, people from different clubs supporting one another. It just goes to show how tight knit people are that watch ice hockey, and that is it for me. For the good, the bad, and as I say, there's no ugly in it. It's just the good and the bad of what actually happened and the total outpouring of grief
Yeah.
and emotions that came with it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Definitely.
it just,
I
as I say, we said at the start, it just puts ice hockey into perspective.
Yeah. Listen, I'll help you out this week. The ugly is the T-shirt that you're wearing. And
It's
the good
bad,
is
Junior.
Clan getting pumped. I
Right.
actually thought you were going to say
And the
the good
bad,
was Clan
okay
getting
then.
pumped.
Right. And and the bad then was then Cardiff never scored any more in the third period because it only took 4 shots on. They only took 4 shots on goal. They must have came out. They
Uh,
must have
that
decided
must be
now.
that gentleman's agreement again. Is it?
Yeah,
What you used to have to do with Edinburgh, the gentleman's
yeah,
agreement.
yeah.
So okay, looking forward then. So Craig Niche Decorator sponsored game preview. Obviously, we were due to play the Nottingham Panthers on Saturday night. Obviously, and understandably and rightfully so. Still not ready to come back yet. So we have changed games for the weekend. Saturday's game is postponed. Fife are now going to play us at home. So we are away to the Flyers on Friday night. Never heard of a Dundee Fife game on a Friday night
No,
other
never.
than around Christmas time.
Yeah,
If it's a
I've
Boxing Day
never.
game, but nah.
Nah,
So Fife away Friday, and then the Paisley, Braehead, North Renfrewshire, North Lanarkshire, South Lanarkshire, Govan, Hamilton, Motherwell, Glasgow Clan, with the Rat Bastard's back. First
yeah,
game,
I'll not be there.
fucking rat bastard. He's
I'll not
getting it,
be
I'm
there.
telling you.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
glad
get
I'm not
kicked
going
out
to
on
be there.
Sunday.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not going to be there because
Hey, listen,
I
I'm not going to be the only one. A lot of people are going
no,
to be giving it to him.
yeah, yeah,
Rightfully so.
but
Anyway, Fife first.
yeah,
It's the most important game out of the
it's
two games for me
oh
this weekend.
definitely,
Challenge Cup, it's absolutely
definitely.
meaningless. We cannot qualify. So put
So
everything into Friday.
I'll tell you what we do. Right, we'll play Kevin Carr on Friday, and we'll play Lucas Bryan on Sunday. That's what we do.
Big tuna.
Big Tuna, Big Tuna plays Sunday, and you know what? If Big Tuna gets fucking pumped, then Big Tuna gets pumped. Play the laddie. Fife is the most important game this weekend.
Lefebvre's not going to do that.
Well, he should. And I know that it's at home and whatnot, but this is an opportunity to play him. Or if he wants, maybe start Kevin, see how the game's going, and then maybe give him two
Yeah,
periods, or just say, right, we're splitting it. You're going to get half
yeah,
hour each,
yeah,
But Friday, big game on Friday. It's a league game. points are there. If Fife win, they go above us. If we beat Fife, we go another 2 points ahead of them. I think that'll take us about 3 clear of them now. And it takes us up a couple of spots in the standings.
Yeah. So, score prediction for the Flyers game.
It's going to be tough. Fife to win in overtime, 4-3.
Okay. I have went 4-3 Flyers. Sorry,
Okay.
I said 4-2 Flyers. 4-2. You said 4-3. I've said
I'll go
4-2.
4-3 Flyers in
And
overtime.
I think the fourth one will be an empty net.
I would be happy enough to take the point. But based on the fact that Sunday, and I'll say it again, Sunday's game's a cup game, and we've got absolutely no chance
Dead
in hell
rubber.
of being in. Yep. Put everything into the Fife game. Every single thing. And if it means that boys have got to get rested for the Glasgow game, then rest them.
Yeah.
Put everything out on the ice on Saturday. What will be interesting, though, Junior, is what happens if Elmer's fit.
Yeah, so I was going to say that. So obviously, Jake Elmer was out. Brent Boudoin.
That's what I'm thinking.
Is that how we're saying it? Boudoin. Boudoin. Yeah. Again, nothing too much from him at the weekend, obviously. Just coming in, still settling in. But yeah, what happens to the full roster? Who sits? That's the next question.
He looks a decent player. I probably expected too much from him. I probably expected too much offense from him straight away. But I would probably say he's got a good defensive head on him.
Mhm.
But it will be interesting to see if
Yeah.
Jake's fit, who gets left out.
Yeah.
I know who I think may get left out is Walker.
For me, I think it's Walker or Paratino that gets left out.
No, it'll not be Paratino. I think it'll be Johnny Walker, and I'll tell you why I think it'll be Johnny Walker is because of the penalties that he takes.
That
And I
Pavel
think,
calls against him because he sees the
yeah,
jersey name. Because
you
let's be
seen that.
honest,
Yep, you seen it on Sunday. Boy cross checks him. Johnny cross checks the boy.
Johnny
Then the
goes,
hand goes up when he sees the name on the back of the jersey because the hand wasn't up. He was letting it
no,
go until Walker got up and he seen the name. And then actually he blew his whistle. The game stopped and then he put his hand up. So it wasn't as if his hand was up.
yeah,
I think if they're all fit, I think it might be Johnny that misses out. And I think
yeah,
it just could be because of the penalty thing.
yeah.
Because
Score
for some
predictions.
reason he does get wound up playing Fife.
Yeah,
Which is not a bad thing. Score.
yeah.
So,
Clan.
for the Clan game, I think we'll get bit, Junior. I think we'll get bit 5-2.
So I've actually said 6-1 Clan purely on it's a dead rubber, and we might actually use it as more of a
Yeah,
training game to
I'm
make sure the
exactly the
lines are
same.
sorted,
Yeah,
tune it
yeah,
in the goal.
yep.
Don't put
I'm
too
ex-
much effort into it. Other than
no,
put effort into it because obviously it's a home game, it's a crowd are
yeah.
here. But I
Players,
think Clan obviously
yeah,
Clan still need to qualify, so or
yeah,
they're trying to qualify higher up than Fifes for an easier
yeah.
draw. So I think they'll put more into it.
I think so. I'm the same as you. I'm not saying we just didn't turn up to make up the numbers. They're professional sports players, so they will not want to lose the game, and you shouldn't want to lose a game in front of your own fans.
No,
But I'm like you. I think if we get power plays, then we should be looking at trying different things on the power plays. We should be looking at different combinations. As I say, maybe start Kevin, worst case scenario. But I think we
yeah,
should give Lucas the game and see what happens. But
yeah,
I'll be honest, I think it'll come down to Kevin himself. I think the coach may say to Kevin, "What do you want to do?"
yeah,
And it may
and
also Saturday's game may dictate what happens on Sunday.
Friday's game.
Yeah, Friday's game.
Yeah,
That may
and
dictate what
and
happens on Sunday.
Saturday Clan play Fife at home in the league as well.
Right.
So
Yeah.
okay, so reviews done, previews done. On this day, so we do have just a couple of games. No birthdays, no sign-ins, nobody released. There is actually quite a lot of birthdays around about this week. but nobody on this day, unfortunately. On this day, we had a 4-2 away league loss to the Sheffield Squealers in 2015. And in 2021, we had an away league loss to the Coventry Blaze by 5-1. That same game, 2 short-handed goals conceded in typical Stars fashion. And our only goal scorer was Charlie Combs. And this was also the game that Kyle Haas was the 8th man in and got the 3rd man in penalty. Go figure. 8
Yeah.
boys involved in scrapping, and he gets
Yeah.
kicked out being the last one into it.
I've said it before. I shouted
Justice for Haas.
Yeah, I shouted it on Sunday to Pavel. Referee the game, not the name on the jersey, and that's what they do. And I'll tell you, I would probably say who are the referees? Like Toby's probably the only one that doesn't, right? Every other one of them looks at the names. I'm telling you now, and see who it is. And Sunday was a prime example. Wee Walker, and unfortunately, I think I've said it, if we've got a full roster on Friday night, that may cost Walker his place.
Yep. Indeed. That is this week's show. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. Watch on YouTube, listen Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and also Amazon Prime Music, Amazon Music, whatever it's called.
Oh, Junior,
Um,
dear me, we're going global, are
This is Senior is on holiday next week.
we?
We
Yep.
will try and do an episode.
Oh, be a laugh.
We'll
We'll get a
we'll we'll
laugh.
s- we'll, we'll see how he gets on with that one.
Yeah.
But again,
Put it this
thank
way,
you all for
Junior, we'll certainly try it, right? We'll certainly try it and we'll see what happens.
yeah. But again, I'll see you at the rink this weekend and next weekend. Senior won't. But thanks again for tuning in, everyone. Again, take care. Senior, enjoy your holiday.
Yep, I will do,
All
Junior.
right.
And as they say
And
in Spain, adios.
adios. And again, we do leave you with just one final picture, which is obviously the remembrance of Adam Johnson.